Hello, welcome back to Blue Harvest Toys, and I have not done these for a while, so we're going to do 9 and 10 of Star Wars Weekly. So obviously we're going to start with, they're not the best condition. I do need to upgrade on some of these. I do have the first 12, so we're gonna do 9 and 10, 11 and 12. So the next video will be 11 and 12. So this is the story of Star Wars. These came out in 1978. We have gone through, you can go look in the back catalogue and there's the whole story there. If you want to pause it, you can read it. These just really got me. The little there's no bigs. Big plus in the early ones, but he's not there now. I mean, they've got Chewbacca there, 100-year-old Wookiee. There we go. So we're doing previously on Star Wars. We're just escaping the Death Star and fighting. Look at the TIE fighter pilot there. That's pretty scary. Sorry. He did it. I bet he doesn't say don't get cocky, because that was a ad-lib at the time. Wasn't in the script. There we go, there's the battle. See, it's kind of using the Force there, which you didn't actually do. Are they away? No, we've just got that battle, and that's it. And that's it. That's all we used. That's all we got. We got those pages. That's why they padded it out to 12 issues. I think in the US it was only 6 issues. Again, this Andrew Nile has filled out his little competition but not sent it off. Luckily he hasn't. It's bad enough that he filled it in, but luckily he didn't cut it out and send it off. Lecture set. I would love some lecture set. I would have sent it off. Photo feature. Man, no wonder we couldn't spell. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. Look at that for a poster. That is pretty cool. Don't know what it's supposed to be of. But yeah. Look at Obi-Wan there. Wow. Cool. The official collector's edition. Tales of the Galaxy. Again, padding out these comics with something you never read. I never read these. Get stuck on Star Wars badges and patches. That's all we used to have back then. This merchandise. I've never actually read. I wonder if they're any good. Maybe I should read them. So we've got the back is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I always thought they looked like Star Trek uniforms. I thought there was something to do with Star Trek, but there we go. So we're going to go on to number 10. As you can see, it does need upgrading, but I do have it for now, and I will probably upgrade it as and when. But there we go. Again, we've got the characters and the look at the state of it, like bloody mouse is eating it, and the backstory. And then we're going back to where we led off from the other issue. There's Han and Leia arguing. No. Angry Luke. So they got back to the rebel base, telling about the plans, blah blah blah. That's a pretty good picture. Or drawing, should I say? And look at the print. The print is, the middle of the print is off on that one. Oh, let's look at, we didn't have any letters in the last one, did we? Did we or did I miss it? I can't remember seeing them. Dear Star Wars Weekly, having just this minute finished reading Star Wars #2, I thought I would give my opinion on it. Fantastic, marvellous, out of the world, worth every penny. I'll go through it from the first page. The cover very colourful and eye-catching. Star Wars story, 9 smashing pages of continuing Star-Wars adventures of fanboy Luke Skywalker. See, somebody that must be the first iteration of fanboy Luke Skywalker. Wow. Get on to Junkman. Would only be improved if we lessened the Tintin. Free pull-out Death Star battleground. A bit silly, but you mustn't prevent a younger audience from being attracted to the magazine. Sci-fi story, one of my favourite sci-fi fiction stories, but it is really necessary to split it into 2 parts. Competitions, great. About time you had some competitions, and I hope it isn't just a one-off. Behind the scenes, I already owned a copy of this Star Wars Special Edition, and this already, bloody hell. This feature gives the people who missed that chance to catch up on it. Pin up at last. Pin-ups on the back cover. I hope this continues. Result of one of the best magazines to date. Yours sincerely, Stephen Collins. Not that Stephen Collins. Hope not, anyway. Nothing much I can add to that statement, except that we will definitely be having lots of competitions, although not. You probably know that by now. The reason we split the Hey Buddy sci-fi story was to allow more variety in the magazine. And we have to admit, it make you buy the magazine, so you have to keep the end of see the end of the story here. At least they're honest. Star Wars Weekly. I think the Star Wars Weekly mag is the greatest. Even though I'm a girl, I still enjoy reading it. I haven't missed an issue yet. My favourite part of the comic is behind the scenes feature. I got the official collector's edition, and it's worth every penny of 95p. My favourite in Star Wars is Han Solo. He's really great. Julie Holiday. There's a bit of this. I've just seen it. There's Grimsby, South Humberside, which is now it's Yorkshire now. We've got Goole, North Humberside. Then we've got Old Goole, North Humberside. There's something going on down there. I was very pleased with the free X-Wing and TIE Fighter. I would love to have those again. Even if they're just reproductions of them, I would love to have those again. He gave in the first 2 issues. But the Death Star pull-out spread was much too small. Well, yeah, it was. Of course it was. Why don't you print a large poster of Star Wars printing in a section each week? Yeah. Hasbro. So it builds up. Apart from this, I would think that Star Wars Weekly is a work of genius, and it seems to get better and better each week. Simon Burns from Old Goole, as opposed to New Goole. I don't know. Dear Star Wars Weekly, I would like to congratulate on you bringing out your comic Star Wars Weekly. I think it's very good. Star Wars has been in Leicester for a week. Leicester for a week. So that was, say it was February time. So it's been in Leicester for a week. That's about the time I saw it, in 1978. And up to you now, I've seen it 3 times. Lucky you. I collect books, transfers, badges, jigsaws, paper cuttings from Star Wars. I hope there'll be a sequel to Star Wars. Ooh, you never know, Nigel. You never know. Dear Sir, I get Star Wars Weekly each week, and I ordered it. How much are the models? And which one can you get? Which ones can you get? How much are the models? Does it mean the vintage Star Wars figures? Well, vintage then, obviously. I do not think you should have another story in Star Wars Weekly because it's so good. It takes your interest from Star Wars. Also, I think there should be more Tusken Raiders. Okay. Tell that to Anakin. I've seen Star Wars and its best film ever made, and the best characters are Chewbacca and R2-D2. Well, that's the first complaint we've had of the story being too good. It's just impossible to please everybody these days. Totally. As for the Star Wars models, Palitoy are bringing out a TIE Fighter, X-Fighter, and a Landspeeder in early May. Right, so they'll come out in early May. Though at the time going to press, they're undecided about the price. They certainly won't be cheap. That's honesty for you. But there goes for the quality as well as the price. Well, good honesty there. This Star Wars Weekly, this is what I thought of Attack of the Tusken Raiders. Marvellous. I love the photo feature, spell the photo right, of Darth Vader, and I invented the competition for the Darth Vader helmet. The questions were too easy. The Adventures of Han Solo and Space Pirates as a sequel sound great. Even better than the film. My marks for the Star Wars glossary, 10 out of 10. Told me everything I need to know about Star Wars. The pin-ups are terrific. Tony Legg, Chipping Norton, Oxfordshire. So there we go, letters. I love the letters. That's one of the reasons why I like looking at these little letters. That tells you quite a bit of the time, of the history. Especially like the Palatoy. Doofy doofers. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Right, so we've got... I may the force be with you, so they're going to attack. Look, what's going on there? What's going on there? Right. So there's Biggs. So that got cut from the film initially. Right, let's go. I don't think they kissed, did they, in the film? I haven't seen it that enough. No, man. We're about ready, Sky Boy. Sky Guy. Yeah. I know that was meant to be, but that's not him. Next issue, Into the Jaws of the Death Star. Look how short that is. Wow. I suppose I've got to get it into the picture, but bloody hell. I remember those watches. Photo feature, Chewbacca. I bet many people had cut these out and put them on the wall, didn't they? Surprised these are still in one piece. Well, this one's a bit yellow and it's very tatty, but not all cut to ribbons. The sword and something. You can't read that. Stuck on Star Wars again. The regurgitated the adverts. So that's it. Again, we've got the close encounters. So there you go. That's issue 9 and 10. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back for 11 and 12, and we'll finish out the story of Star Wars. Thank you for watching, and the toys be with you.